The origin of left and right can be traced to the French Revolution of 1789. France before 1789 was an absolute monarchy with few and limited representative institutions, where nobody had the right to resist the authority of the king. After the revolution, the political spectrum of left and right came into existence. Simply explained, it implies the side in which a member of the government, usually the parliament, belongs to. Those on the right wing, or just right, are those supporting the government in power or the monarchy, while those on the left are those opposing the government. So the terms political right and political left started with the French when members of their National Assembly divided into supporters of the monarch to the right and supporters of the revolution to his left. It was actually not planned or anything like that. But back then, it was the end of the French Revolution, and people who were in support of the revolution and who wanted changes would speak out during sessions, and it would, as expected, lead to shouts and clamors. The other members who were for the king who then take up positions to the right to avoid the shouts and fights on the side of the ones revolting. More than this, however, the aristocrat, that is, the king sat on the right, and so moving the right was not just so as not to be caught in a fight. It was also moving to the side of the king to show support of the king. This went on for several years, but with some modifications. For a while, there were 4 groups: the extreme left and right, and the center left and right, each representing a political ideology. By 1914, the usage had spread to other nations and political systems. Okay, let me state that this was originally the first usage of the word. How is it then used now? So nowadays, the term left and right is not only for people in government, it is also used for members of the public, civilians with no political offices who show a very clear interest in the political affairs and show their stance. Some of them may be human rights activists or protesters for one thing or the other. Now, you should know that most times they are called leftists. This is as a result of the fact that a very large number are advocating for rights or things which the government in power stands against. They are the ones with the unpopular opinions. As I hinted at earlier, the left wing is characterized by an emphasis on ideas such as freedom, equality, fraternity, rights, progress, and reform. This backed by the belief that man has reason and should be able to evolve, and with human reasoning, man can achieve greater benefits for himself. While the right wing is known for its emphasis on notions such as authority, hierarchy, order, duty, tradition, reaction, and nationalism. In fact, it has been said that those on the right wing are from the upper class of the society, the noble men, while those on the left are those on the lower economic and social classes. Maybe this is why they are also referred to as liberals and conservatives. The liberals being the leftists who want social change, while those on the right are satisfied with the status quo. They prefer things to stay the same. Are things really that simple? This is the point to state now that things are not so clear-cut in reality. There are ideologies and political movements that do not fit in with either of the two. More like, it's not all black and white. There are grays and yes, some vibrant colors. Now, the left and right political spectrum has been broadened to accept other ideologies. One of the most accepted is by a German called Klaus von Boehm, who was able to categorize from left to right: communist, socialist, green, liberal, Christian democratic, conservative, and right-wing extremist. With this categorization, political movements, especially emerging ones, are not restricted to being classified as either left or right. Crossing the floor. With people having beliefs and different ideologies sitting on different sides of the house, a person who wants to shift his loyalties would have to walk over to cross the floor of the house from one side to the other. Well, this would only be if the member of parliament defects while the parliament was in session, and rarely would you find anyone actually walking across in the 21st century. So if you are wondering, the floor crossing doesn't have to be physical. It's reflected more in votes and opinions. And it's a wrap. Interesting, right? Learned a new thing? Or you want to share something? Please use the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Till next time.